for this?
Welcome back, TPR Nation. This is your co-host, Micah Shalansky, with another amazing Tips from the Trenches mini-pod. You know, I wanted to talk a little bit this week about check-in times while we're gone. Jarvis and I talk a lot about a recharge time, whether it's masterminding, whether it's time out of the office. You know, Parkinson's Law, things take as long as you will allow them to take. So how do we use that to our advantage and force things to happen faster and faster, sooner and sooner in our lives so that it gives us more free time to be better advisors, better husbands, better fathers, better mothers, better wives, etc. But when we're taking extended time out of the office, for example, Jarvis and I had a webinar that you should take 4 consistent weeks out of the office. Great. If you're going to do that, how do you enable that for success? Well, one of the easy ways to do that with your team is allow them not only a process for when you come in, and if you're an Invictus member, a Backstage Pass member, then we have information for you. If you're an Invictus member, we have the detailed scripts and team training for you on how to handle this, which is great. Now, what you want to do is set up a system for success that adds value to your clients. So what's going to happen when your clients call and you're not in the office? How is your team going to communicate that? But more importantly, how does the team know they can get a hold of you, and when can they get a hold of you? You got to give it a place to live. So we have on our calendar, there's a check-in time that our managers can reach out to the advisors that we check in for 10 to 15 minutes, once to twice a week. That's it. Unless it's an emergency, then they know they can reach out to us, but we give it a place to live. If we said, hey, if something comes up, call me, that's not enough of a parameter for your team to know when to call you and when not to. And if you don't give it a place to live, then they're going to call you and bug you and text you and IM you and email you and really kind of, derail that time off you're supposed to have with your family because they don't know what those parameters are. So how do you give them a place to live? It says, great, Monday and Wednesday between 9 and 9:15, I'm available and let's chat. Even if it's a quick stand-up that give you a pulse on what's happening in the office, maybe that's all you need for peace of mind to check off that box. Or maybe it's a client communication that came up that you need to address. Awesome. Give it a time. Now, please notice I said 15 minutes, not an hour and 15 minutes, because of Parkinson's Law. Things will take as long as you allow them to take. Force that to be in a shorter period of time. Be like, hey, if I was talking with Victoria, I would love to chat with you this morning. I only have 15 minutes because our family's going to go on a bike ride. What's the most pressing things we need to address today? And let's dive right into that. We're going to go through those items. Says, great. Did we answer anything not? Can we please chat about it on Wednesday, or is there something more pressing? I'm going to empower my team with that because we're going to give them that time. They're going to thrive by knowing what success is going to look like. Success in this case is, hey, we have 15 minutes. What is the most pressing client issues that we need to address? Perfect. Did we get them all? And anything else we can chat about on Wednesday. So now they know to kind of cue things up. This works really, really well. You don't have to do it twice a week. You can only do it once a week as well, depending on how busy your office is, or really it's how far out of surge am I. If I'm a week out of surge, I got to meet with the office kind of twice a week. If I'm 2 to 3 weeks out of surge, I'm only going to meet with the office once a week. So the action item on this week's pod, what is that check-in process, and are you giving it a place to live? You should be taking 4 consecutive weeks out of the office. Consecutive weeks out of the office this summer. Have you given it a place to live to check in with your team? All right, guys, that's it for this week's Tips from the Trenches. And until next time, happy planning.
Hold on before we go. Something that you need to know. This isn't tax, legal, or investment advice. That isn't our intent. Information designed to change lives. Financial planning can make you thrive. Start today, don't think twice. Be a better husband, father, mother, and wife. The perfect